Hello, everyone. My name is Karen Gondoli, and I am the CEO of Leostream. In this video, I'm going to share with you the exciting integration between Leostream and the HP Anywhere platform. We have been partnering with HP Anyware, previously Teradici, for a very long time now and have support for their PC over IP protocol using the older remote workstation cards or HP Anywhere, whatever you happen to have. And that's particularly important right now because perhaps you have heard the news, but HP Anywhere has moved their CAM service, the Connection and Access Manager, to a purely software as a service solution. So if you were using CAM on premises, then you either need to move to their SaaS solution or you need to look at an alternative. And if you are running in a dark site, then you definitely need to look for an alternative. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll think maybe I should look for an alternative anyway, because Leostream is out there to make your HP Anywhere environments even more flexible and powerful than they are today. So again, if you do need on-prem for security compliance, again, if you're in a dark site, you have data residency regulations that require everything to remain in your control, Leostream is a great solution for you. And I should point out that Leostream does OEM HP Anywhere, so you can come to Leostream and purchase everything from a single vendor and use us as your point of support as well, which really simplifies your life. So what do we help you with in an HP Anywhere environment? Well, Leostream will act as the centralized broker. It is the replacement for the Cloud Access or Connection Access Manager. And it is going to be the place where your users will log in and we will broker their connections to their HP Anywhere agents. And as you'll see, to even more. So if you want to mix and match display protocols, that works great within a Leostream environment. You can keep all of your existing authentication and login workflows, and you'll even get some additional flexibility in what you can do there. But the key is you don't need to change your user experience if you don't want to. If you have existing Zero clients or HP Anywhere software clients out there, users can continue using them when you switch the underlying infrastructure to Leostream. So that's true both on the client and agent side. There's no additional configuration you need to do in your HP Anywhere environment that's running right now to move it over to Leostream. And the really nice thing when you look at integrating Leostream into an HP Anywhere environment is it makes it much simpler for you to scale your deployment as you grow and to work across different regions or different clouds, whatever it happens to be. And the reason for that is because of the very simple architecture that Leostream supports. So if we look at this kind of high-level diagram, you can think of this box down here as your infrastructure. Maybe that is hosted on-prem, maybe it's in a cloud, maybe it's across as in a hybrid environment. Wherever you happen to need your desktops, that's where they're going to live, and they're going to run now a Leostream agent. So you'll do that, very simple install. There is a Leostream agent that supports Windows, Linux, and Mac, so you can do whatever you need to do. And these already have your HP Anywhere agents running on them, whether that's the standard version or the professional version, whether you've enabled PC over IP Ultra or not, again, all work seamlessly with Leostream. So then what you'll add is the Leostream connection broker. Again, we sell this as downloadable software. You host this on your premises, and that way, again, if you're a dark site, works really fantastically for you. It never needs to reach out to the internet. Our connection broker never phones home. And you can install as many connection brokers as you need to handle your different architectures. If you have desktops across regions, you can put brokers in different regions. If you want to have disaster recovery, you can create entirely mirrored installations of your connection broker. It's all included in your licensing that you have. And the broker also runs on Linux, and you don't have to, it does not run in a container. It runs directly on a RHEL 9.6 operating system, so very easy to install and maintain. So that you're going to install to replace your connection broker, or your CAM, I should say. And then what you have to support remote users, if you have them, or if you're in the cloud and your desktops are in a VPC, you will use the Leostream gateway. There is another option to use a component in the HP Anywhere ecosystem, which is called their PC over IP Connection Manager and Security Gateway. But if you have that already, you can definitely use it in your Leostream environment. If you're building this from scratch, what I would suggest is that you leverage the Leostream gateway for remote connections, because what that gives you is the flexibility to support any display protocol that you might want to add in to mix and match to satisfy your different use cases. The PC over IP gateway obviously supports PC over IP. The Leostream gateway supports any of the different protocols that Leostream supports, and also is very easy to scale and to architect for hybrid environments. So that is really the key. And then again, on your clients where your users sit, continue to use whatever HP Anywhere clients you have, be they Zero or software clients, but you can also allow users to log in from web browsers. They can log in from any Leostream Connect. I'll show you that. That's our software client. It really gives you the flexibility that you need to supply desktops to any type of user. So to look a little bit beyond what Leostream does for a pure HP Anywhere environment, again, we have the full integration with HP Anywhere, but we do support a number of different display protocols. That includes the HP Z-Central Remote Boost display protocol. We have been a partner of that team for a number of years as well. And then you have options such as RDP if you have commodity users, more like task workers who don't need the performance. And again, you can mix and match these, manage them all from the Leostream environment so that you can really optimize your license usage for some of these more pricey display protocols. Our platform, the Leostream platform, does allow you to host your desktops across a number of different platforms. So here we list VMware, Nutanix, OpenStack, AWS, physical workstations, but that is just a handful of the different options you have. There's Azure, there's Google Cloud, there's different hyperconverged infrastructures. And if you're looking at some sort of platform that perhaps we don't have the native API integration for, you can always put our Leostream agent on it and we can manage connections to that machine as well. So this really, between the way that we're architected and the level of integrations that we have, you really can build some pretty advanced mixed and hybrid infrastructures and make them very easy for IT to manage and very seamless for your users to access. And what this ultimately gives you is no proprietary lock-in. So we all know technologies change, the IT landscape is continually evolving. Leostream can be that platform that allows you to maintain that seamless end user experience, keep the end users productive while allowing your organization to move around between these different platforms so you can save costs and do the best that you can with your environment. So to show you what this looks like, here I have my Leostream connection broker, and I'm going to log in as a main administrator here first. So here, this happens to be running up in AWS, and you will see that I'm going to authenticate using Active Directory. But again, if you want to use your corporate identity provider, we can support SAML. We do support, I'm not going to have MFA on for this demo, but with username, password, I can have an MFA provider as long as it supports Radius or Duo. That works great. And then I've inventoried my HP Anywhere enabled VMs in AWS through my AWS Center here. And then you'll see what I've done is I've created a pool of all my machines that have PC over IP installed. So our Leostream agent will register with the connection broker and inventory the supported display protocols on those virtual machines. And then you can really easily create pools of machines that, in this case, enable PC over IP. And then I use protocol plans to tell the connection broker to, yes, indeed, connect that user using PC over IP. So as you see, I can log in from Leostream Connect. That will launch the PC over IP software client. So ultimately, you do need both pieces of software on the device. And I can send that connection through a Leostream gateway, as I showed you in that high-level diagram. Users can also log in from a web browser. That'll also launch the PC over IP client using a URI, in this case, to connect to the desktop. Or obviously, if you come from a Zero client, then our option is PC over IP, so we will connect you that way. So just to show you quickly from an end user's perspective what these different use cases look like, here I have a web client, and I'm going to log in as an end user. So this is the Leostream web client. You can pass messages along to your users if you need to. They can switch into dark mode, which everyone loves. And ultimately, they can launch their machine, which again, via a URI, is launching the PC over IP connection. Now, I don't have this launching in full screen mode because I want to be able to see beyond it. Now, you'll notice when I launch from a URI, we don't want to be passing plain passwords around. So therefore, this user does not have single sign-on in this case. But I will show you in a second how you can get single sign-on using a different client device. But first, I have to get that user's password. So now I have their password and it's going to log in there. Again, I purposely am not opening this full screen so I can get back to my presentation here, but there's my PC over IP connection. This can obviously do multiple monitors. You have this big snappy performance there. If I sign out, just to show you, minimize that, and then I can show you, so here's Leostream Connect. Now here, I'm going to log in as that same user with username and password, and in this case, notice the end user experience. It's going to just directly launch that connection. I don't need to pass credentials in anymore. I should put an SSL certificate on my machine and then I wouldn't get that warning. But you're going to notice that I will otherwise get that nice seamless experience straight into the PC over IP session. And there it is loading up there. Now, one more time, just to show you everything, here is an HP Anyware client. This could also, simulates a zero client if you have those as well. Again, same user logging in. Oh, my session has expired. Same user logging in. And then I get logged into the machine, very similar to the Leostream Connect experience that you had there. And that is Leostream with HP Anywhere. If you have any questions, if you want to give it a try, you can give us a shout at info@leostream.com. Thank you.